Last time we did the parallel, or the prologue that was saving an important, fort between the kingdom and the empire. And off screen, I did both the rare monster fight and a fight for the gold, just so I could. That way, you guys didn't have to sit through it, like a whole nother video of it. And not a whole lot of difference of anything happened as far as anything interesting worth of note, I guess is one way to put it. So, I'm just going to leave it at that.
Of course. This could be,
since we're almost already there.
Quite intriguing. And just
let's see, what about you? Let's try to get this to a B, well, as close as we can get it to a B+. For you, I'm going to try to push this closer to an A. I know I'm not going to get an A out of it, but that's definitely going to help. Alright. There's not really a reason to push that. Let's increase her bow. Lysithia, you're actually pretty close to an A+ there, and you're getting there for an A on that. Honestly, I'm gonna try to push you to an A here, because there's honestly not a whole lot going on in that that's going to be any special difference.
No need.
Is going to be bait if you hit plus on the other one, so you get reason 5. Yeah, you get reason 5. Alright. Hanneman.
I still have much to learn.
Don't know. Nice.
No matter. That.
Now, I already did all the ones I can, and I'm gonna still keep the same goals. There we go. We're getting there. Once you clean up that sour mood, I think
How
we'll be fine.
best to use this skill?
Hopefully this proves useful. Perhaps I'll expand the scope of my research.
I've really gotten the hang of this.
Alright. We could do a seminar, but we could also go and explore, which I think I'm gonna look into doing. Dimitri's still the same. Who was it? Annette. That's who I was looking for. You mastered your ability. Wouldn't hers life taker? If you... No, that's the... Yeah, because this was seal resistance. I'm gonna do Dramery. Alright, she passed.
It's all thanks to hard work.
We're gonna change her into that. Ingrid, you're fine. Dorothea, I did change her into a Mortal 7 in between. It's so weird that... Well, her faith is a lower level. I guess that makes sense. I'm gonna try it. I do have a few, and no one else is really gonna be using those. Yeah. Alright.
I have succeeded.
Nah. And she didn't get any boost in her stats, which is gonna be sad. Which is what I was actually hoping for. She's level 16. Uh-oh. That's a bit sad. Alright. That's gonna be fine. We are going to do an explore. And what I'm mainly going to do in this is going to be running and doing a lot of the increasing motivation, because there's not really a point to doing much else. Another white Verona. And as you can see, we got plenty of money. Alright. I'm gonna check one thing real quick.
Professor.
Because I just feel like it at this point. Okay, we'll get... I just want to do this because it was bothering me. Alright, let's go to Gilbert. Do we have the stuff? I don't know, to be honest.
Speaking of which, with the capital, he would. However, then he would. I must go. I shall tell you more.
No. What was it that was needed? Oh, the Noah fruit. And I have no idea where we get that. Oh my. Okay. Goodness. That's a lot.
May I help you, Seraph?
Finally noticed me, I see. Good to see that you are so dedicated to your training.
Do you have need of my sword?
No, this is not a military matter. I would like to discuss the distance you seem to be keeping from the others.
Distance? I don't follow.
I have noticed that you like to keep others at arm's length, and in most cases, quite a bit further.
Keeping a close eye on me. They don't share my values, that's all.
Is that why you train alone? Because your friends do not share your values?
You seem displeased. I suppose you're going to tell me, to defeat your enemies, you must have dependable allies.
That's not exactly how I would phrase it, but having good relationships with your allies is essential in combat. I am sure you realize that it is easier to bond with people when you interact with them more. There are limits to what one person can do alone. Great things cannot be achieved without allies.
You sound like my father. You're saying it's in my own interest to make friends?
To put it simply, yes. As much as you possibly can. To be honest, I envy you, because I know what it is like to not have many people to call friends.
I wouldn't have guessed that. There are so many devout believers.
I am talking about friends. People to speak with on equal terms. You have many friends here. You should take care to attend to them.
I'll consider your advice, but I'm not usually one to change my mind.
To be young.
No good. I've lost sight of them completely, and those monsters might still be out there. I'd better get back to the monastery before dark. Ash! Ash! I finally found you. Cyril? What are you doing here? You're awfully far from your post.
I'd heard you'd gone missing, so I started looking for you everywhere. Here, I brought you a map. You can use this to get home later, right?
You came all this way for that? Alone? It's dangerous out here.
Am I being a nuisance?
Well, of course not. This is a big help, actually. You took a serious risk coming out here, though.
But I thought we were friends. That's what you told me, Ash. You said friends help each other when they're in trouble.
I did say that. You're right. Come on, let's get back to the monastery. I could use your help finding the way.
I know you could. That's why I came out here. Oh no, I just thought about it. I'm gonna be in trouble when I get back, huh?
Maybe. Leaving your post is against orders. But don't worry, I'll take a share of the punishment.
What? Why? You did nothing wrong.
True. We're friends, though, aren't we?
Friends gotta get punished together too? I don't know about all that.
I wouldn't put it like that. I'd say friends stick together, through good and bad. So, let's split the blame. That's what friends are for.
Wow, so that's what friends are for. Okay then, when you're in trouble next time and you need my help, I'll go with you to get punished.
Good. I hope you remember that, because I think we're going to be friends for a long time.
You betcha. Friends for life, Ash. That's a promise.
It's incredibly wholesome.
Sylvain,
Hi. Why do you look so down? But hey, if you're talking to me of your own accord, can I assume you've figured out I'm not a monster?
I wanted to apologize about my treatment of you earlier, Sylvain. I am not normally one to put stock in such rumors.
Nothing to be upset about. I mean, I've kind of earned that reputation. I've got this sickness. When I see a pretty girl, I can't stop myself from flirting with her. Like you, for instance.
Oh, I am so sorry to hear of your illness. Perhaps my magic will help heal you.
Huh? No, I didn't mean it like that.
No? Are you not ill then?
You know what? Let's move on. Can I take this to mean everything is good between us?
Of course. Sylvain, I look forward to getting to know you without the falsity of rumors.
Great. Would you like to celebrate our new friendship by joining me for a meal?
You would treat me to a feast? That is very kind of you.
A chance to spend time with a sweet girl like yourself? It's a pleasure. Your voice like birdsong, your eyes clear as diamonds. But above all, I'm drawn to your kind and loving heart. I am a captive to your charms, Flame.
I hear that very frequently. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess a girl as cute as you would get a lot of compliments.
Anyway, what type of meal were you considering, Sylvain? I would love some seafood, followed by a delicious cake. Oh, I am absolutely famished, as I often am. Shall we be on our way?
She's a tough one. Sheltered girls like her usually fall for that kind of stuff. But she's much too savvy, even for a smooth talker like myself.
Oh boy. Wait. Never mind.
Is something troubling you, Ingrid?
Oh, Sedith. You seem to have caught me when I thought nobody was around.
Perhaps I can help, if you would like to share.
I wouldn't want to bother you with my trivialities.
I will not pry, of course. But if you keep it to yourself, no one will be able to help you.
That's true. It's regarding my father.
Count Galatea. I have met him once or twice.
Well, you have likely heard that House Galatea's financial situation is precarious. Many regions of Fargus are harsh and infertile, but our lands are especially so. There were several years of fruitless harvests. It nearly ruined us. We could barely feed our troops. Then I was born bearing a crest, after generations bore none. Suddenly my family hung its future on me. My father had hopes that with my crest, I'd be married into a noble family, and that House Galatia's financial troubles would be a thing of the past.
Ah, I see. And the other house would benefit from the addition of your crest-bearing blood. It seems to me you have suffered much for the misfortune of being born with a crest.
I beg your pardon?
I know crests are highly valued, but they are also a burden. My feelings are mixed.
You truly think so? But you're so devoted to the goddess. I'm surprised to hear you say such a thing.
Perhaps one day I will expound upon my opinion of crests in greater detail with you. For now, let it suffice to say that whether or not you bear one is secondary to your identity. You are a person, first and foremost. And you should be permitted to grow as a person, crest or not.
I agree. Thank you for listening.
If you ever wish to discuss this again, consider me available whenever you please.
Thank you so much.
Time to relax.
Professor Hanneman, do you have a moment to talk?
Of course, Miss Dorothea. Whatever is on your mind.
I heard you were once a member of the nobility, and you surrendered your title to come here.
Indeed, I was a noble once. Why are you so curious about that?
I knew there was something noble about your speech and your perfect manners. You're always impeccably dressed, too, and you have a certain pride about you. What interests me is that you threw it all away. Why?
I threw nothing away, child. In fact, by stepping away from its trappings, in my heart I feel closer than ever to the true meaning of nobility.
How so?
Consider this. At its inception, the concept of nobility assumed that the greatest among the populace would rise to power. In my mind, I believe that means those who value knowledge, those who strive for more and wish to protect and guide their fellow man. However, in practice, nobility often serves to keep those deemed commoners down, segregated from those who, by chance, were born to a noble family. That is one of the reasons I decided to leave that nonsense behind and dedicate myself to the study of crests. Though I have abandoned my position, in my mind it was to pursue what I consider to be a truly noble pursuit, that of knowledge.
I see. Well, you're definitely a noble in that sense of the word. To pursue such admirable ideas without regard for your social position. How wonderful.
Pardon?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just very moved by your words.
Ah, well, I'm quite pleased to hear you say so.
Phew. That about wraps it up for today's training. No thanks to a certain distraction. Professor Hanneman, I know you're there. It's extremely unsettling the way you're always staring like that.
Oh, my apologies, child. I was trying to remain inconspicuous, not wanting to interrupt.
Your half-hearted attempt to hide your weird staring only makes it weirder.
Well, I must apologize. In the future, I shall do my staring out in the open.
That might ease the weirdness, but it will continue to be extremely unsettling.
I have no desire to disturb nor to disquiet you. But you are a most exquisite subject for my crest research. And you understand that the foundation of all research is observation.
I understand well enough, and I'll do my best to ignore it. But in return...
In return, I will keep your secret. I have not spoken a word of your twin crests, not even to the church. If they knew I was withholding such valuable information, I might be branded a traitor. But such matters are trivial compared to the future of crestology.
Shh! Don't talk so loudly about it out here in the open.
Pardon my excitement. I simply cannot let the opportunity to study such a miraculous subject go to waste.
These awful crests may seem miraculous to you, but for me, they fall under the category of curse.
I hope one day you will share more about your tragic origins, whenever you have the time to recount it. Your tale may contain valuable information.
You are utterly lacking in empathy. You know that? Even if you spent your entire life observing me, you'd never understand my feelings and all I've been through. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I fear I may have made a misstep.
If
I have no desire to trouble her, yet my research.
Hanneman's a character.
Hey, Lysithea. I'm glad I found you.
What's up, Cyril?
Could you read something for me again?
Looks like it's another shopping list. I'm happy to help you out. Did you try looking it over yourself yet?
What's the use? I told you I can't read.
Have a look here. Any of these letters look familiar?
Huh? This one? Was that apples? So it says 3 apples?
Yes, you got it! See? You can do it!
I wonder if there's anything else I can recognize. Let's see.
It's clear you've got a sharp memory. If you apply yourself, you'll be reading in no time. Reading is such an important skill. Once you learn, you won't forget. And I won't be around to read things for you forever.
Lysithea?
Anyway, don't you enjoy learning? It seems like you haven't even thought of trying prior to this. Do you simply not have time for it?
Until now, I never thought about how to learn. And since I was hiding it, I never asked anybody. But right now, I feel like I'd be happy to live like this for a little bit longer.
It seems like a hassle at this point not to learn, so you may as well start putting in the work.
Well, I like having you read things to me.
You do?
Yeah, you always seem happy when I ask you to read things. And when you're happy, you smile. I think you're pretty when you smile. I bet you everyone tells you that though, huh?
As a matter of fact, they haven't. Stop messing with me.
Hang on a second. Am I the only one who's seen you make that face? Is that why nobody's told you?
Excuse you? I mean, honestly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go take care of this errand for the professor. I'll see you later, Lysithea.
Don't expect me to read for you again. And, just take care of yourself, will you?
Goodness, Flame.
Hello, Professor Manuela. I wish you to know that I have heard ever so much about your talents.
Whatever are you talking about, Flame?
Singing! Why, you are wonderfully skilled at it, are you not? Why, I have even overheard people saying your voice is akin to the singing of a goddess.
It makes me happy to hear. But who told you that?
Oh, the students are always speaking of it, which got me to thinking, I may be the only person in all of the Academy who's never heard your beautiful voice in song. So, I was wondering, Manuela, might you sing a little something for me?
Your request is touching, but I can't perform on such short notice. My voice is an instrument and requires proper gentle care. However, the stories are true. I was once the leader of the Middle Franc troop, but that was a long time ago.
Middle Franc? What do those words mean precisely?
You've never heard of the Middle Franc troop? Before the war, it was the single most popular opera company in the imperial capital. I used to sing on stage with them. I was the star, in fact.
Oh, wow. In all of Enbar?
They must not have been around when I was living there.
You used to live in Enbar?
Indeed. Although I was quite a bit younger at the time. It is where I was born, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well, you must have been too young to hear about us.
Yes, that could be. And what precisely is the function of an opera troupe?
You don't know what an opera troupe is? Well, it's a group of performers like myself who act out stories on stage in front of a big audience. Stories with lots of singing.
Oh, I understand now. I certainly have experience in the fine art of storytelling. There is often singing as a part of story time for the children of the monastery.
That is darling, Flame. But I'm not sure it's quite the same thing as an opera. You see, operas are performed in grand theaters with orchestral accompaniment. Everyone attending wears their finest. It is a very special occasion.
Theaters, they're called? You mean to say that there are buildings exclusively used for telling stories?
You've never even heard of a theater? You're an intelligent girl, Flame, and the world is full of wonders. You have a lot left to discover.
Good night. Alright.
I thought our next is contribution.
This experience is critical.
I want to check something real quick. Actually, a couple of things. I want to see if... Okay. Really? That's a bit dumb. Alright, whatever.
Need something?
Only 300.
See you again soon.
I wonder why I'm not getting all that much right now. I don't know. I'm going to see if they actually sell vanilla fruit here. I have a feeling that they don't, and you have to grow it, but...
Hey, welcome.
Yeah.
You have a good eye. You have a good eye. Come again.
Well...
Hello there.
Yeah, you'd have to grow it.
This one, yes?
Let's...
I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and head over to the... And for that, let's have... two of you hang out. I think that there's... gosh, I'm trying to...
This is so good. Can I have seconds?
I can eat so much of this stuff. My stomach's growling just thinking about it.
Well... I'm actually just gonna look at this. So pretty much any... there's a few people in the house. There's Sedith, and then there is Ignatz. Actually... You know what? I think I know what I'm gonna do with that. See if I can find Yeah, usually it's either one or the other. Oh, hold on. There we go.
Ah, meals always taste best when it is a company of 3 or more at the table.
Do you not enjoy eating when it's just the two of us? You wound me, Flame.
That is very sad, but also funny. Alright, yeah. I think it, like, for the most part... Oh, really? Oh, how about that?
Flame! There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
You worry too much, brother.
I think a kidnapping is good cause for concern. I was so worried about you, I nearly fainted.
Had that not happened, I would have never been allowed to join the professor's class. Even from something so dire, some good did come of it.
That is a dangerous attitude. This world is full of peril. You must be more vigilant. Please understand, I allowed you to enroll here only because I thought it best for your safety.
I am very much aware of that. You wanted to speak to me of something?
Yes, my dear little sister. You are kind beyond all measure, and you are the very picture of innocence. But precisely because of these very fine qualities, I worry about your interactions with the others here. The youths of our army are particularly eccentric. As your brother, it is my duty to help you with any concerns you may have.
I do appreciate the offer, but all the students and professors have treated me exceptionally well.
Even so, there must be at least someone. Please, you need not conceal anything from me.
You worry far too much. There is truly nothing to share, and nothing for you to fret over.
Are you absolutely sure? The idea of you suffering in silence is unbearable to me.
Enough! I made it clear that nothing is wrong. I stand by my word. Well, there is one concern that comes to mind.
What is it? Tell me. I will help however I can.
There is a certain somebody who seems determined to get in the way of my friendships with my classmates.
What? That's horrible. Fear not. I will handle this scoundrel for you. Just tell me his name.
It is you, brother. Now then, I must be on my way.
I mean,
What's
she...
Flame getting at just now? Let's see, I was speaking to her. I asked her to share her concerns, and... was there something else? No matter. Fear not, Flame. Your brother will protect you from all harm.
She said you were the problem. Golly. Alright. This is just silly at this point. Alright. I'm just gonna go down the list at this point. That way I'm not wasting a lot of time. Because
Oh, this takes me back.
I would say probably about half this episode has done nothing but viewing support conversations. I will say this though, it's a lot easier to get support in this game than pretty much most of the other games. They made it very easy. And I think a lot of it, especially when you go from the professor's perspective, because a lot of it is tied to you constantly teaching them. Like with this, you're essentially doing this to have them increase in their support with each other, but they're also increasing their support in you. It also increases your professor level,
I think.
which encourages that even more. And, you know, it... Well, who else? Just to do? Alright. It just makes more sense to do this so you don't have to worry about it.
I like this.
That looks appetizing.
You want to keep the motivation for everyone up, because that seriously does help when you go to the teaching and you don't have to worry about it as much. Alright. So...
Hi there.
Hello. Sorry. That was my bad. Alright. Hello, Caspar.
Hey, you.
I think I was getting excited then, but
We're still scored off if we cross.
Here we go. And I don't see anything for where Sedith would actually talk. So, I guess I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah. Also, I did change around the battalions a tad. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Technically, it makes him a little bit weaker. Let's do by a 30 of what he can put as a part of this group. Really, there's not a lot. Not a lot that would actually be worth going through to some extent. I'm going to do that. His lone wolf does help him out to some extent, but I'm going to see. He's not terrible with it, and he's not terrible without it. It's just that might help with some of, because, well, hold on. Now I think about it. His charm is not the best. That's one of the reasons why. But I did switch around the battalion. Well, like I said, I switched the battalions around. She's got the sorcery as soldiers. I changed Annette's to the Kingdom magic users, which was an 8. It's an A rank, I believe. No, it's not. Whose did I change then? It was yours. Yeah, the McCule Evil Repelling Co. is what I changed hers to, and I was able to switch around some other people. I gave her the Secret Transport Force. It's nothing too terribly crazy, but she doesn't... I don't ever really have her use her Gambit all that much, but it does help increase the avoidance, protect, resilience, and add some charm as well, so I think that's just helpful overall in that regard. But there we go. We'll finish exploring. And always instruct manually. Alright. Let's do some different people. Let's go with Manuela.
You're so good at teaching that you make me jealous. I always was a quick study. Yours.
Actually, I should have put that. That's my bad. Hanneman, let's also put some more into your authority. Because that would seriously help.
Age.
Gilbert.
That was good exercise. Some...
He is either at an E or he's in a B or something to that extent. Oh gosh. I don't really use Gilbert all that much though. But if you, I guess if you're going to want to get some sort of support conversations going on, this is the best way to do it. Like I was mentioning earlier.
Let's do.
As I'm thinking about it.
Everything.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Shamir.
Let's do.
Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna talk. We're gonna help out to do.
Answered correctly.
Nice.
No need for praise.
And we'll put those into this.
I have.
Alright, and like always, just begin the lecture. Authority and rating. No, I do want you to actually gain some of that. And I'm guessing... Oh, it's Gilbert. I was thinking Seta. No.
Even this town, which was a ruin, has begun to recover its energy. However, acquiring supplies is still difficult. The people living here are struggling too. This conflict must be brought to an end soon.
I quite agree.
Yes. Let us seize victory together and build a new, more peaceful world. Still, I wonder what path my life should follow once we achieve our goals. That has been my intent. But surely my daughter Annette must have her own path to follow. Perhaps she would be happier if our paths diverged. Of course, if she desires it, I will gladly return. But if she does not... I wonder if I should ask my wife to join me here. To live out our days together at the monastery. That would not be so bad a choice either. Perhaps it is the fault of last night's drink that I am indulging in such dreams of the future today.
It's important.
Yes. I've learned there is strength in focusing clearly on tomorrow and allowing yesterday to be done.
Hey! It's the old fishing guy! Hi there!
A short time ago, I instructed these children in the art of fishing.
Thanks to you, we caught a really, really big fish in the river nearby.
Is that right? Be sure you share it with your families now.
We will!
I did say something about that once, didn't I? I even told you to forget you ever saw me smile. But now, I would not ask that of you. Your words from when last we spoke have stayed with me. They bring to mind the king I first served. He told me not to dwell upon the dead. The dead are dead, and those who live are not bound by them. I intend to live my own life from now on. You have a fine smile as well. One that I could never have imagined when we first met. No matter how our titles or positions change, I hope you will always remain yourself, Professor.
That was incredibly nice.
Professor, a moment. I am sorry that I doubted your ability. I deeply regret ever holding such a view of you. It is obvious to me now that you are extraordinary. Do you doubt your own power, even now? I suppose that's only natural. You've lived your whole life knowing next to nothing about yourself. Not even Jeralt could have possibly known all there is to know about you. But I wonder, are you satisfied with that? Are you content, not knowing who you are? Or do you yearn to know more? That was a foolish question, of course. You are not the sort to be complacent. So, only one more question matters. Are you ready? The truth. All of it. Learning it will doubtlessly have direct consequences on your life. I do not know what those will be. You may decide, once you learn it, that you wish you hadn't. But even if you have such regrets, you will never be able to return to ignorance. So, are you ready to know the truth? I see. That is what I wish to hear. Since the Archbishop put so much faith in you, I will continue to offer my aid. More than that, I will put my faith in you as well, and I will do all that is within my power to help you someday reach the truth.
Oh man. It's this whole thing of like the biggest reason why I would ever want to like talk to Rhea is for her to kind of explain
like
what
that.
in the world's been going on, you know? So
I understand more every day.
alright. So we could do a seminar. A+ on both of them. Alright. You could do a rest. Yeah. Like, everyone could use the better authority. But, and yeah, we don't have those Neo Fruit. I think I'm going to do another exploration, but it's typically just going to be honestly more of the same at this point. Let me actually look this up. it just seems ridiculous at this point that I am trying to find this out, but... Okay. So it's the Western Fogland seeds you need for that, which is completely fine. I don't think I put any in the bit last time.
Hi there. Wow.
Alright. Hello. No, I did Western and Southern. I didn't do... And Northern and Southern, but I didn't do Western. There we go. And cultivate it. And from there... we can kind of just...
What do you think?
Really just do the same thing at this point. So Sedith, Hanneman, Ignatz, Alois definitely, and these two definitely. So.
Remember the Death Knight who's well, but and he.
Alright. Yeah, the Death Knight better watch his back because you're going to hurt him tenfold. Alright, so.
What do you think?
Alright, Gilbert.
The capital reek. However, then he will true. I must go. I shall tell.
Leave it at 1.
I thought I was coming.
Doing these different drills. Hanneman. Various.
Unlike a pet that such.
Let's get a little bit of a bump in that. Oh, no. It's back this way. Oh, come on. Alright, doors. Doors. There we go.
I was dead, but
This we're still bored if we.
Alright. No, not Anna. And the Shamir's who I'm looking for.
Wow, I've never left.
Why not? Just essentially try to be a jack of trades at this point.
oh, my favorite food. You've got to try this.
I like seeing a table full of my favorite dishes.
Alright. Here we go.
This.
And who else? interesting to do in Mamuela. Well, how about that? Both of them right there. That just makes it for an easier time.
I like this.
This is a wonderful dish. You could sell this in any restaurant in the capital.
And that'll be it. I don't... let's look at the calendar. Yeah. So there's no... like... nothing crazy going on.
Okay.
Alright, so... let's see if we can go talk to Hanneman or whoever it is over there. And we'll kind of wrap things up for this time. And next time we'll actually get into doing the mission for the month.
Hello, Professor. What brings you here? Fancy a bit of fishing?
Yes.
You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Jeralt. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again and again. I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble.
Maybe if you're a bit quiet.
No, just like your father. You know all the tricks of the fisherman's trade. I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time it took me to catch one fish, he could fill his basket to the brim. You know, talking to you, I'm feeling very nostalgic. Why don't you join me? We can trade some stories about the old man. We spoke before about how Jeralt never seemed to age, right? Once, when he was drunk, he let the secret slip. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it had greatly extended his life. Well, we'd both been drinking. I figured he was joking, so I just laughed it off. Then I asked him his age. He said he'd stopped counting after he hit 100. And he was telling the truth. In those 20 years he was away, he didn't age a bit. An incredible person, to be sure. And I probably don't know the half of it. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Jeralt, if you don't mind. When Jeralt was away from the monastery, what was he like? In other words, he was exactly the same. When he was with the knights, he always found time to go fishing. He was hooked on it, you might say. He'd say there was no greater pleasure in life than sinking his teeth into a fish he'd caught and washing it down with a drink. I have to say, right now, fishing with you really takes me back. This feels just like the good old days, when Jeralt was sitting alongside me.
Well, that's wholesome. And, of course, it doesn't show me where the others are. Alright. So, in the next one, we will do the mission for the month, which is us providing aid to Claude. And I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys then.